Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I am going to rank the Spider-Man actors. I'm going to rank all the Spider-Mans. The three live-action Spider-Man. So you got Tobey Maguire, you got Andrew Garfield, and you got Tom Holland. Now, before I start my rankings of these ones, I just want to let you guys know, I don't hate any of these. I actually do not hate any of these. I like all of them. Why do I like all of them? Because they're different. They're all different and unique in their own ways. And it's refreshing to have something that's different from the original ones. Because if they were all the same characters from the same source material and you just did Spider-Man exactly the same in all three of them, it would feel pretty repetitive. So I like that they're all different and in their different universes that makes them unique to their own universe. So that's why I liked all of them. I don't hate any of them. So when I put these in the ranking, it's not like third, I absolutely despise or anything like that. I actually really like third, second, and first. But these are just how I'm going to rank them. So yeah, so let me know in the comments, what are your ranking of the Spider-Mans? Give us a like, subscribe, and let's get right into this video. Number 3, Andrew Garfield from The Amazing Spider-Man. Look, Garfield Spider-Man is a completely different Spider-Man. To me, Garfield Spider-Man is a cooler version of Peter Parker. He's a cooler version. He doesn't feel like he's the nerd that isn't like cool or anything like that. He actually feels like he's one of the popular kids. And I think his arc is quite good. I do like it. I do like how they got the Gwen Stacy rather than MJ relationship to build on in The Amazing Spider-Man. I thought that was done better and was actually really, really good. I thought the chemistry between Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield is probably the best chemistry of a love story out of all the Spider-Mans. It is. It is, to me, the best chemistry between them two. And that love story, I really bought into that love story. As for Peter himself, he goes through some great moments, some great questions that he has to ask himself throughout both films. Now, he's really tested as a character, and the biggest test he faced is when Gwen Stacy's father makes him promise that he's not going to bring her into the world that he's in. And you can see that he struggles with the death of Gwen Stacy's father and this promise he has made as we move into the second film. And this is where you see his arc really take off, when Harry's now introduced and now he's got another friend in that, and he's really struggling internally whether he wants to pursue Gwen because he absolutely adores her, or let her and push her away and let her go because he knows it's unsafe. This is what makes him such a great character, is because he's having this internal struggle in this relationship that he really, really wants her, but he really loves her, that he doesn't want her to get hurt. Unfortunately, throughout what happens is the circumstance, he actually somehow gets her killed because she's trying to help him. And the only thing that I really, really wanted to see was The Amazing Spider-Man 3 tackle this in Peter. I think his arc wasn't fully completed, and I think this was going to be a major player in the third movie of him dealing with the issues that happened in the second one, where Gwen Stacy's died and now he has all this guilt built up into him and he's struggling. I wanted to see that expounded upon, and I thought if we got that third one and it was a good film and they explored that and made that really good, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man could have moved up even further. So to me, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man is number 3. Number 2, Tobey Maguire, the OG. This is the one I grew up with, Tobey. And to me, Tobey isn't necessarily the Spider-Man of school. Tobey's more a mature Spider-Man outside of school, tackling the college life, tackling life beyond school. You only see him for a little bit in school in the first one, and then he moves forward into adulthood. So again, it's a different take on Spider-Man. It's not this kid version of Spider-Man, a teenager version. This is the adult version moving in there. And I think they tackled that quite well in the first and second one. I think the arc in the first one, where he's struggling with, I want MJ, I want to go and that, but now I've got this, Uncle Ben's death, absolutely phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And he's dealing with Uncle Ben's death and how it's his fault, how he's internally struggling with that. I think that is a great character. He has a great character arc in the first one. And then he gets to the end where he says, no, MJ, I can't be with you, because he knows something could happen to her. Like, Green Goblin went after her, so why he doesn't want to risk that. Then we move into the second one, and this is where he starts to really try to understand certain aspects of life, and Harry is now after him as Spider-Man, but he doesn't know, like, there's this connection. He wants, his best friend's trying to kill him. Like, there's so many things. He has that internal struggle about how he wants to give up being Spider-Man because it's playing on his love life. It's playing on his actual life. So he pulls away from that. I don't understand the losing powers thing. That to me doesn't make any sense, because that is a physical thing, not a mental thing. That's just me. But nevertheless, it is executed quite well. Apart from that, you get the train sequence, great. And his character goes through some great things. And it even changes Doc Ock's mind in this film. And I think it's great. We move into the third one. The third one's not very good, but yeah, the third one's not very good. So I don't like to talk about the third one. It doesn't exist to me. But number 2, Tobey Maguire. Number 1, Tom Holland's Spider-Man from the MCU. I love this version of Tom Holland. It is my favourite. It is my personal favourite opinion. Why? Because I think this one, to me, is the Spider-Man I wanted to see. He's the teenager version. The one that I want to see. The fun. The one with the jokes. That's what Spider-Man is to me. And I thought his character arc is great. Homecoming, he's got this figure of Tony Stark that understands what he is going through with these powers, because Tony has this suit and that he's an Avenger, so he understands the responsibility in it. And I really like the mentor relationship between Peter and Tony. I think that is critical to this character in this universe, is that relationship. Tony is taking him under his wing and showing him the ropes on how to be responsible with his powers, which I think is a great arc for Peter in the first film. And Peter is trying to understand that he needs to be responsible with his powers, not just be reckless and be an absolute smartass. But I like the smartass part about Spider-Man, I really do. And he learns about that moving forward into there. Then we get to Far From Home, and after the death of Tony, you really see this character struggle and internally struggle. He is having, like, absolutely bad feelings about what happened in Endgame, in Infinity War. Like, he's just gone through an absolute, like, apocalyptic event. He's been dusted, he's come back, and he's had to fight these aliens to save the planet. And he's a teenager. And all he wants to do now is live his life as a teenager, because he's seen Mr. Stark die and how quickly that can happen. And he now wants to pursue his love interest, and because we've had a period of time now between Endgame and Far From Home, where he's been talking with MJ and stuff like that, and you see this relationship start to develop, and he just wants to live a life now. He doesn't want to be the big superhero that everyone wants him to be. Everyone wants to see the next Iron Man, because Iron Man's gone, Cap's gone, Thor's off-world, like, the Avengers are dismantled. What happens if Thanos comes back? Who is there to protect us? There's no Iron Man. There's no Captain America. We need someone. And these people are leaning to Spider-Man because they've seen Spider-Man with Iron Man. So they're just naturally connection. And he doesn't want to be that because he doesn't believe he can live up to Tony. And he's struggling with this the whole entire time he's going through. And then he meets Mysterio. And he sees this guy who is like a Tony Stark figure to him, a guy that is willing to risk his life and he's enjoying what he's doing. So he makes a stupid decision because all he's thinking about is, I just want to be a teenager. I just want to be a teenager. I can resonate with that. Like, sometimes you just want to be a teenager and have fun. And he gives the glasses over. Yes, he makes a stupid error. And that's when we bring it to the plane scene, which I think is the most critical moment for this character that showcases he is Spider-Man, his own character, where he's talking to Happy and he's saying Happy. Everyone wants the next Iron Man, and I'm not Iron Man. I can't be Iron Man. That's not who I am. And Happy gives him the speech of, you're not Iron Man. No one will ever be Iron Man. Tony even doubted himself. Like, but the one thing he didn't is trusting you with the keys to becoming the next person that is going to be worthy of taking that mantle. And this is where you see him really develop and go, you know what? Tony's not here to give me advice. Now it's time for me to step up and take everything Tony has taught me, everything he's taught me, and use it and be the best hero I can be and be Spider-Man. And that was a great moment, and it just makes Tom Holland's Spider-Man even better, and I absolutely love it, and I'm so excited for Spider-Man 3, but Tom Holland is my favourite Spider-Man, and he's number 1. So there you have it. That is my top 3, well, there's only 3 live-action Spider-Man, but they are my rankings. Let me know in the comments yours. Look, it's all opinion-based. We're all going to resonate and, you know, like different things, and that's great. And I'm very interested to see where you rank them all, because I like them all, because they're all different. And I like about my Spider-Mans, that they're different. They're not the same thing. I just want to see a movie with all 3 of them in there would be freaking sick. So let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace out.